Part 3 of the day that my life changed forever, September 28th, 1981. Brian, my son's father, was trying to make it back to me because he heard about what happened. My mother had called him at work. There was no cell phones back then. Think about it, it's 1981. There was nothing like that. So my mother told him what happened, and he actually hitchhiked the whole way back to where I was living. He was just 19, so he was young as well. He didn't really fully grasp what happened to us. At some point, I was told I have to go to a funeral home because he was born alive. And when they're born alive, they have to be buried or cremated or whatever. I had a very small savings account, money that I was saving for the baby. And for my life with Brian, that's what I was hoping was going to happen, you know. Here I am, young and 16, thinking, you know, I have all this fantasy life that was going to happen. We don't know that, but. And, okay, back to the bank. So I went to the bank, and they were telling me I couldn't get the money out because it had to be in there for a certain amount of time and all this stuff. I was still just standing there in, like, complete silence. Then my mom spoke up. And she explained to the bank lady that I had lost my son and I had to close his account so that I can use that money to pay for my son's services and his coffin. So the lady walked away and she came back and she handed the money to me, and another piece of my son was gone because that was going to be for him, you know, for our life together, me and Brian and our son, Branson. We had a small, very, very small graveside service. I sat in the front row right next to Brian. He sat next to me, and I held onto his hand. That's all I did, with my head down like this. And still not realizing what happened. I couldn't process it. I never processed that loss at that time. After the service, I just wanted to run away. I just wanted to run somewhere that wasn't there. But I walked away, and then one of my family members came over and said, "Oh, you need to go be there for Brian. This happened to him too." So, part 3, part 4 will come next. Okay?